Atlantis found. The lost city is in Israel and the Bible proves it. Plato's description of the lost city of Atlantis matches biblical records and ancient Jewish ruins in Israel. A researcher has shockingly claimed the lost city of Atlantis is a mythical island, believed by many conspiracy theorists to be lost to time. Atlantis was first described by the Greek philosopher Plato as early as the year 350 BC. The city is said to have suffered a cataclysmic tragedy during which it was permanently submerged somewhere in the Mediterranean or the Atlantic Ocean. However, there are some who believe Atlantis never truly disappeared in the depths of the oceans and its ruins are somewhere out there to be found. One of these conspiracy theorists is biblical researcher Ryan Peterson, author of Judgment of the Nephilim. The book author is convinced Plato's description of the ancient city matches biblical records of the Israeli city of Gilgal-Rephaim, the ruins of which still exist today. According to Mr. Peterson, the saga of Atlantis falls in line with the Bible's incredible tales of superhuman giants known as the Nephilim. The Nephilim were a race of half-human, half-angelic beings fathered by fallen angels. Speaking to Coast AM Radio, Mr. Peterson said this description matches the tale of the Greek god Poseidon, who fathered children with a human woman on Atlantis. Mr. Peterson said, "One example that really stood out for me is Plato's description of Atlantis, and so, it's almost remarkable how similar the description of Ezekiel 31, which basically describes the rise of this falling angel spawning many children having a kingdom with an abundance of resources and rivers and also sort of military power and then having it crumble. So what I did, is basically drew some parallels between that and the writings of Plato in describing Atlantis. First off, in Plato's account, it was the Greek god Poseidon who fell in love with a human woman and impregnated her. So right from the onset it was a god coming to an earthly realm and conceiving a child with a human woman in the same fashion of Genesis 6. So the description of Atlantis is that it had all sorts of great minerals, gold, precious minerals, and in a biblical account in Genesis 2, we're told the rivers that ran out of Eden encompassed the whole line of Avila. All of this stood out to the book author in a way that perfectly matched Plato's description of the lost city. In particular, Atlantis is said to have been built outwards in concentric circles with water running through the city. Mr. Peterson said, "I actually include an image, an aerial photos of Gilgal-Rephaim, which is known as the Wheel of the Giant, which is in the Golan Heights. This supposedly matches the 5 concentric circles of Gilgal, which was built using 40,000 tons of rock. The parallels, the biblical conspiracy said, are truly remarkable. Today, the ancient ruins of Gilgal are found near Argamon in the Jordan Vale. What is interesting is Plato's description of Atlantis. It was an island larger than ancient Libya and Asia Minor combined. According to Plato, the city was inhabited by the offspring of Poseidon, who lived across a number of kingdoms, but also a central city on the island."
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you like, donate to us, visit home on the page PayPal.